welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Chromebook. The reason for this is because it needs a new trackpad and it was too much money. This is the reason why it was thrown out, but I don't believe in that. We're going to fix this thing and it's not going to be an issue. It's going to cost us little to no money to do, but let's get it. So just to quickly cover why it needs a new trackpad is because somebody decided to open it up and they ripped the connector off the mouse pad or the trackpad. They ripped the a ZIF connector off the trackpad, and I guess they couldn't replace it or they couldn't find the part for it, so they ended up just scrapping this. But luckily for me, it ended up in my hands and it's gonna be good to go in a little while here. Awesome. So first thing I gotta do is clean off this clean off the solder that's on there. I'm gonna use a Q-tip here to put some wick on it. Just a little bit of wick. Just right there. And I know I'm missing the other two, missing the two sides there. Let's see. This is already hot. Awesome. So I'm only doing this just to clean off the solder. Okay, sorry guys. Doing this to clean off the old solder. Hoping I don't. Okay. We're going to add new solder to that. It's a bit messy, but that's okay. Let's clean off. Clean off that out of the way. Add some more wick. That'll help it. This will help it clean it up a little bit. I'm actually going to remove this here because that's just going to cause me problems, because we're not going to go ahead and put that back together on that side. The reason for that is because I'm missing the connector that came in is actually too big. Crap. The connector that came in is actually too big, so it's not going to be on those platforms anyways, and that should be okay. I'm just going to clean off the area because I want to see that it's going to be good enough for it to stick. So we're going to take another Q-tip here, a little bit of isopropyl alcohol. Just clean off this area. Make sure the contacts are going to be good for the board. I think they're going to be good. A little bit of yellowing in there, but I think that's going to be good. Yeah, the yellowing is is not that bad. If you look from the reflection here, all the contacts are good. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm missing this one here, let me see. Since I'm missing that, and then by my new connector, here's my new connector. The new connector is actually too wide. So the points where I would solder them on, that point and that point, are too wide for the board. I'm gonna have to use some kind of adhesive. I want to use like a bonding agent for the board. But right now we're probably gonna try to use hot glue for the time being, just because this isn't too important for me. It's not gonna bother me if it has it. It is for a person to use. But if you're gonna do this for somebody, it's really good to use like a permanent solvent, permanent adhesive that is gonna stay there forever. All right. So now that we have that settled, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of wick right on the connector. The reason for doing that is because now this is going to be held on by that wick. It's going to make it easier for me to manage. Okay, that should be straight. And then we can take our iron, soldering iron. Let's clean this off real quick. Usually you would do the solvent first, the adhesive first on the board, get the contacts on, and then put this on with the solder. But we're going to do this a little backwards just because we want to get this on. Hold that down. Make sure the contacts are good. Sorry for moving the camera here so much. I think some of those contacts might be a bit off there. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit of solder to the tip here. Just a little bit. Let's see if we can't get it to be a little bit more precise. The one that's second to last there, I think, is a little bit off still. No, a little bit of more wick will work. So all right, that should be good. We're still holding down on our connector here. Okay, so this is the easy solution to an adhesive problem. Now we're just going to remove this part here. If I'm being honest, I didn't really need the hot glue, because the connector itself actually held on pretty well. So, simple enough. But that's just extra security. Just so that when we're opening and closing this, it's not going to go ahead and just come right off. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this computer back together. As you guys can see, I'm using a Note 9 as my magnifier because I don't have a magnifier or a microscope or anything like that. But this should hold on pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and test this out, make sure the connectors are going to be fine just the way they are. I'm going to start putting some of that stuff away. And hopefully we're good to go. No issues. And then the mouse pad should be fixed if nothing else is wrong with it. So let's put this back together. Chrome. Oh my god, look at that. Touchpad is working. Can you guys see that? Can you see that though? Let's see, let me turn off this. So you guys can see it working 100%. And there it is. Touchpad's working, no issues, blah blah blah. Okay guys, thank you for watching again. If this was a helpful video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and like that video and share it so other people can see it. If you have any questions, you can comment down below. I'll see what I can answer. And before you ask, I was actually using low temperature solder that I ended up ordering from China. I think any low temperature solder is going to work. And the parts I actually ended up ordering on eBay, which cost me like $5 for like 10 of them. So it's not going to be very expensive to fix your own trackpad unless you don't actually know how to do it. But this whole thing where needs trackpad too much money, and then tossing out the computer is definitely a no-no. You can definitely fix these things. It's very easy to do, and hopefully this helped out somebody.